Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the topic of economic profit and opportunity costs. We'll explore how the choices we make, the trade-offs involved, and the hidden costs can influence not only business decisions, but also everyday life. This presentation will help us understand these concepts more deeply and apply them to make better, more informed decisions. Let's get started. When we talk about why choices always have a cost, it all comes down to scarcity and trade-offs. Because resources like time, money, and materials are limited, deciding to use them for one thing means we have to give up the chance to use them for something else. This idea of trading one option for another is at the heart of what economists call opportunity cost. Whether you're managing your budget, your schedule, or any other resource, understanding this trade-off helps clarify why every decision has its cost and why making informed choices is so important. When we talk about opportunity cost, we're referring to the value of the best alternative you give up when making a decision. It's not just about the money you spend. It also includes time, effort, and any other benefits you miss out on by choosing one option over another. So, understanding opportunity cost helps us see the real trade-offs behind every choice we make. For instance, if you decide to buy one bottle of juice, like the ones shown here, you might be giving up the chance to buy something else, or even saving that money or time for something different. This concept is key to making smarter decisions in everyday life. The time and effort the owner invests, represented here by the clock icon, or the potential income from using assets elsewhere. Understanding both types of costs is essential because together they give a complete picture of the true cost of running a business beyond just what's paid out in cash. The gold currency symbols on the right remind us that these costs impact the financial health of the business in different but equally important ways. Here we're looking at the difference between accounting profit and economic profit. Accounting profit is calculated by subtracting explicit costs, those direct, out-of-pocket expenses, from total revenue. It gives us a clear picture of profit based on the actual financial records. On the other hand, economic profit goes a step further. It subtracts not only explicit costs, but also implicit costs, which include opportunity costs. This means economic profit takes into account the value of the next best alternative foregone, giving a more comprehensive view of true profitability. The image of the calculator, pen, and magnifying glass on financial documents reinforces this detailed examination of costs and profits. Understanding this distinction is crucial for making well-informed business decisions. Here we have a practical example using a bakery to illustrate key financial concepts. On the left, you can see a large bowl of risen dough, representing the bakery's core product in the making. Now, focusing on the content on the right, the first point is about revenue and costs. This shows the bakery's total revenue and the explicit costs involved, such as ingredients and rent, giving us a straightforward view of the accounting figures. The second point dives deeper into profit comparison. It highlights the difference between accounting profit and economic profit by factoring in the owner's foregone salary as an implicit cost. This clearly demonstrates how considering opportunity costs can significantly impact the final profit calculation for the business. Together, these points provide a comprehensive look at the bakery's financial situation from both an accounting and economic perspective. Here we're focusing on how economic profit plays a crucial role in shaping business decisions. When a company achieves positive economic profit, it signals that its resources are being utilized more efficiently than any other available alternatives. This shows that the business is creating value above the basic costs of operating. On the other hand, zero economic profit means the resources cover their opportunity cost exactly. They're not creating extra value, but they're not losing it either. Essentially, this balance reflects a stable point where the business is viable, but not generating additional economic gains. Understanding this concept helps managers evaluate whether continuing, expanding, or changing their strategies will lead to better outcomes. The image of the balance scale perfectly illustrates this equilibrium, emphasizing the importance of weighing costs and benefits carefully in decision-making. When we talk about opportunity cost in everyday life, it's important to consider several key decisions we make regularly. First, choosing a college major involves weighing potential income against personal interest and career growth opportunities. This ensures that we're not just thinking about money, but also about long-term satisfaction and development. Next, job selection requires us to balance factors like salary, experience, flexibility, and overall job satisfaction, helping us find the best fit for our goals and lifestyle. Moving on to housing decisions, we take into account cost, location, amenities, and lifestyle preferences, recognizing how each factor impacts our daily comfort. Time management is another crucial aspect, where we decide how to spend our free time based on what brings enjoyment and productivity. Finally, personal satisfaction reminds us to value happiness and fulfillment over direct financial costs, emphasizing the importance of well-being in our choices. Altogether, these points highlight how opportunity cost shapes the way we prioritize and make decisions in our daily lives. When we talk about making good decisions, a key idea to keep in mind is marginal analysis. This means carefully weighing the extra benefits against the extra costs that come with any action, including what we call opportunity costs, the value of the next best alternative we give up. The best choice is the one that adds the most value at the margin, or in other words, the smallest incremental step. By thinking this way, we ensure that every decision we make contributes positively and efficiently to our goals. This balanced approach helps us make smarter, more effective choices. Here we're looking at how opportunity cost can be easy to overlook. The first key point is about ignoring investment alternatives. Sometimes we commit our savings to one choice without really considering if there might be a better option out there. This narrow focus can cause us to miss out on potential benefits or higher returns from other investments. The second point is about overlooking time and past costs. People often hold on to projects simply because they've already invested time or money in them, or they get caught up in low-value tasks. But this mindset ignores the hidden costs tied to those decisions. It's important to remember that the time we spend or money we've already put in shouldn't dictate continuing something if it's no longer the best use of resources. Both of these points highlight how easily opportunity costs can slip under the radar, which can lead to less effective choices and missed opportunities. Here we're addressing some common mistakes and misconceptions related to economic decision-making. First, let's talk about sunk costs. These are costs that have already been incurred and cannot be recovered, so they should not be included as opportunity costs when making decisions. It's important to avoid letting these past expenses cloud our judgment. Next, we consider the limitations of accounting profit. While it shows us a company's earnings, accounting profit doesn't tell the full story because it ignores implicit costs and the value of alternative uses of resources. This means relying solely on accounting profit can mislead us when assessing true performance. Finally, there's a key distinction between expenses and opportunity costs. Not every expense represents an opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is specifically about the value of the next best alternative that we give up when we make a choice. Understanding this difference helps us make smarter economic decisions. To wrap up, remember that every choice we make comes with an opportunity cost, meaning choosing one thing usually means giving up something else. Also, it's important to understand that accounting profit isn't the same as economic profit, as economic profit takes those opportunity costs into account. Making good decisions means carefully weighing the alternatives and thinking through the trade-offs. Now, I'd love to hear any questions you have or thoughts you'd like to share. Let's have a great discussion.